Namaste. We now start with a new series on evolution of consciousness from Heartfulness magazine, December 2016. This is the part 1 of the 4-part series, The Three Bodies. During 2016, Heartfulness magazine featured a series of articles entitled The Evolution of Consciousness by revered Kamlesh D. Patel, who is also known as Daji. The articles cover a range of perspectives on the evolution of consciousness and its central role in any spiritual practice or philosophy. Starting with an understanding of the vibrational qualities of the three bodies that make up all life forms, including human beings, Daji goes on to describe the subtle body in detail and its importance in our evolution. He also introduces the way a meditation practice refines the subtle body and how. Daji explores the spiritual journey and the role of yogic transmission in catalyzing that journey, leading to the expansion of consciousness along the spectrum from the deepest recesses of the subconscious mind to the subtlest realms of superconsciousness, opening our human potential. Daji also describes the basic concepts of the spiritual anatomy of the heart-mind field and presents us with the vast discipline of scientific endeavor that we call yoga, with all the potentiality it has to offer us. He then asks, why should we want to expand our consciousness to higher destiny? At every stage throughout the series, he consistently comes back to the spiritual practice that is the key to the secret garden of our existence. The final article ties our own consciousness together with our relationship with the space-time continuum of the universe and its creation. How can we perceive the beauty that is creation other than through an expanded consciousness and purity of mind? We invite here to enjoy the ride. The first, the three bodies. This is the first in series of articles by revered Kamlesh D. Patel about the evolution of consciousness and how spiritual practices are designed to help consciousness expand and evolve. When we talk about weaving a destiny, a future for ourselves, what do we mean? In the worldly sense, we want a good life. From my 1-bedroom apartment, I want a 5-bedroom house. From owning 1 factory, I hope to own 10 factories. I dream of being promoted from the position of a clerk to that of a CEO. I want a happy and fulfilling family life and to raise children who also have fulfilling lives. From the spiritual perspective, we are concerned with a much bigger picture. In order to explore this further, we need to first describe the human makeup. We have a physical body made up of flesh and blood that is the most solid part of us. While it changes a little bit according to how we live our lives, it doesn't change much. Physical evolution happens over longer periods than one lifetime, so we don't expect our physical body to evolve in this life. The physical body is associated with matter. We also have a subtle body, also known as the astral or mental body, that is associated with energy and vibration. This is what we call the heart and mind. The third body we have is our causal body, the cause of our existence, which is also known as the soul. Here in this image, the summary of this entire discussion is given. The outermost is physical body, which is Sthula Sharira, subtle body inside which is the Sukshma Sharira, consisting of 4 elements, that is consciousness, Chit or Manas, evolves from wherever we are to divine consciousness. Second is a mind or Manas, thinking evolves to feeling to being to non-being. Then third part is Buddhi or intellect, evolves from intellect to intuition to wisdom. And the fourth one is ego or ahankar, which evolves to humility and level. And the innermost part or being is the soul, Atman or Karan Sharir. The causal body is associated with the absolute state of nothingness, the substratum of our existence. This causal body is pure, unchanging and immutable, so it does not need to evolve. With the physical and causal bodies, we cannot expect to find evolutionary changes. When we want to change our thinking and our patterns of behavior during any process of self-development, be it psychological or spiritual, what evolves or transforms is the middle layer, the subtle body. Spiritual destiny has everything to do with the purification of the subtle body by removing the layers that surround it. In the mineral kingdom, all three bodies are so closely tied together that it is difficult to separate them. They don't have much freedom, to the extent to which they can free themselves vibrationally. They have different qualities and we give them names like gold, lead, osmium, etc. In the plant kingdom, the three bodies are a little looser. Look at a tree. How do you know it has a subtle body that responds? Have you seen flowers that open up when the sun comes? How do they know? They respond so nicely, turning as the sun moves. There is also a plant called Lajavanti, and when you touch it, the leaves fold in. When there is a breeze or even a storm, the leaves and branches of tree dance. But the moment someone tries to cut the branch of a tree, it becomes agitated. You can feel it. In plants, the subtle body and the causal body are very tightly tied together, and the subtle body cannot express much. In animals, there is a little greater separation, and in human beings, all the three bodies are labile or loosely connected. Among different human beings, there are also differences in separation. The three gunas in Vedic philosophy, Tamasic, Rajasic and Sattvic, are based on how loosely or how strongly the bodies are connected. In a Sattvic person, the subtle body can move around, whereas a Tamasic person is more stone-like. One person can think of something somewhere else, but another person with limited mental capacity may not grasp what is happening around them. Even if you tell them about it, their mind cannot reach there. Sometimes, when we communicate, certain concepts are not understood by the other person because of the subtle body's inability to grasp them. So, at the level of the subtle body, we can choose to evolve and go beyond the animal level of existence to the human level, to the divine level, by expanding our field of consciousness. How can we describe the subtle body and how does it evolve? There are four main functions of the subtle body that we will consider, and they are Chit or consciousness, Manas or contemplative faculty, Buddhi or intellect, and Ahankar or ego. They all have a role to play in our evolution, and in the next article of the series we will explore them further. Here we conclude part 1. We will commence with the next part on subtle body in next video. Please do visit www.heartfulnessmagazine.com and www.shpt.in to explore the publications of Heartfulness Institute. Thank you for listening.